You're listening to the Central Indiana Sports Report with your host, Greg Mengelt.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Whenever you're listening to the Central Indiana Sports Report, we could not be more thrilled to have you with us. Today is December 3rd, 2024. It's a Tuesday, so it's another day for the Central Indiana Sports Report. I'm your host, Greg Mengelt, and I love Central Indiana basketball. We had two girls' basketball games Monday. Frankton continued its cold shooting in a 43-27 win over Taylor, and Kokomo took its first loss of the year, 63-44, against Zionsville. We will also preview four games that are being played Tuesday in our area. Reminder, we have a girls' basketball segment every single day of the week, the entire season. We also have a boys' basketball segment every single day. Make sure you like, subscribe, or follow us so you don't miss a single segment. Also, if you know someone who you think might enjoy the Central Indiana Sports Report, please send them a text right now and let them know about it. We're growing fast. We want to grow even faster. We start this short segment at Taylor. Frankton couldn't throw the ball in the ocean, according to Eagles head coach Jeff Bates, but his team still came away with a 43-27 victory at Taylor on Monday. Emma Key scored 14 of her 17 points in the second half when Frankton outscored the Titans 30-17. Sophia Hoagland had a double-double with 10 points and 10 rebounds for Frankton. She scored 6 of her 10 points in the second quarter when the Eagles outscored Taylor 11-7. To take a 13-7 halftime lead. Frankton held the Titans without a field goal in the fourth quarter. Taylor is now 2-7 and had their two-game winning streak snapped. Senior Jelena Harris led Taylor with 9 points. Senior Malia Smith had 6, and sophomore Kira Phelps scored 5 in the loss. Frankton hosts unbeaten and fifth-ranked Alexandria in a big CIC contest Friday. Alexandria beat the Eagles twice last year, 51-35 on December 1st, and 47-32 in the Madison County tournament. On Wednesday, Taylor goes to Tipton to play the only team that they beat last year. Zionsville jumped on top of previously unbeaten Kokomo, 22-10 after one quarter and 37-18 at the half, and left with a 63-44 victory at Kokomo on Monday. The Wildcats hadn't given up more than 13 points in a quarter this season. Zionsville shot 48% overall, 43% from deep, led by 20 points from sophomore Mackenzie Chapman. Also, sophomore center Emily Zach was 5 for 5, finished with 18 points. She also had 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals. Kokomo was led by 13 points from senior Michaela Drake. She also had 7 boards and 2 assists. Junior Eliana Stewart and sophomore Bella Richards scored 8 points apiece. Richards also had 9 rebounds. Stewart had 7 and a pair of steals. Sophomore Satira Scott was 1 for 12 from the field but led the Wildcats with 6 assists. Kokomo goes to Lafayette Jeff for a big NCC contest Wednesday. Kokomo is 1-0 in conference play. The Broncos are 5-1, their best start in 6 years, but haven't played a conference game yet. Kokomo beat Jeff 70-35 last year in Kokomo. Now to Tuesday's games. Tri Central plays its first game in 10 days when the 2-3 Trojans go to Madison Grant on Tuesday evening. Tri Central is 2-3 and is coming off a 35-point home loss to Tri-County. Sophomore Logan Creason is having a nice season for the Trojans. Through 5 games, she's averaging 17 points and 11.8 rebounds and has made 30 of her 60 field goal attempts. She's also made 25 of Tri-Central's 39 free throws. The Argyles are 1-5 with 3 straight losses, all without point guard Jasmine Rainey, who's expected to return on Tuesday. They took a 68-25 loss at home to Wabash in their last outing. Freshman Grace Wood is leading Madison Grant with 8 points and 4.5 rebounds in her first varsity season. According to the computer-based Sagarin ratings, Tri-Central is a 16-point road favorite. Yorktown just picked up a big win over rival Delta last week. Now the Tigers host 4-4 LaPel with another big win on their minds. Lapel has beaten the Tigers the last 3 seasons and won 60-40 at Lapel last November 28th. The Bulldogs had their 3-game winning streak snapped last Wednesday with a 47-28 loss against Class 2A number 15 Alexandria. Alexandria also beat Yorktown earlier this year. Lanaya Wills continues to thrive early in her junior season. Last week she had 31 points and 15 rebounds in a win over Guerin Catholic, and had 17 of the Bulldogs' 28 points in the loss to Alexandria, with another 15 rebounds. Yorktown looks to build on the win over Delta against a December schedule that looks navigable for the Tigers. However, the first one, Lapel, is one of their toughest games of the month. Yorktown has alternated wins and losses so far, so a win Tuesday would give the Tigers their first winning streak of the season. Yorktown has been led by 3 sophomores so far, Alexa Fields, Olivia Conklin, and Maya Hargraves. Fields leads the team at 14.6 points and 10.8 rebounds per game. The Tigers also recently got back senior Claire Hazen. She was part of Yorktown's state runner-up volleyball team. The Sagarin rating says this is going to be a good one. It says Yorktown by 3. The only difference is the home court advantage. It's the 3rd consecutive home game for Yorktown. Big NCC game Tuesday at Marion. Anderson is looking for its first win, and Marion is looking to build on its early success. The Giants are 3-3 after going 2-20 last year. They've been buoyed by a talented freshman class. Anderson is an atypical 0-6. The Indians have played a tough early schedule. Their opponents are a combined 30-14. Anderson is led by senior Kennedy Brown and sophomore Aria Scott. Brown is averaging a team-best 13.3 points per game, and Scott is putting up 7.8 points, 5.8 rebounds, and 1.3 block shots per night. Anderson has beaten the Giants 5 straight times, including 72-11 last year. Doubt it'll be a blowout this time. Sagarin says it's a toss-up. Marion by 2. And Northwestern looks to make it 3 wins in its last 4 games when the Tigers host 5-1 Carroll on Tuesday. The Cougars are 5-1 and ranked 12th in Class A. Carroll has won 4 games in a row, including a 40-34 win at Clinton Central in their last game, which was 15 days ago. Northwestern's last win over the Cougars came in the first game of the 2021-22 season, 48-39 at Flora. The computer says Carroll should win again. Sagarin has them favored by 12. And now you know everything we know about Central Indiana girls basketball. Thank you for listening. Once again, please go like, subscribe, or follow the Central Indiana Sports Report on your favorite streaming platform, and also tell a friend. Central Indiana Sports Report is a product by TG Media, and I love Susie.